Mike, what is up, Pro Pyro? Happy Wednesday! Oh my gosh, I almost forgot what day it was already. I'm pumped and I'm ready to go. I spent all afternoon yesterday cleaning the green tower. She's clean and she's ready to go. So I didn't have time to get myself set up before the live, so I'm going to bring in all the components. We are going to be cleaning the area. I just gave everything a good vacuum and I can't wait. Howdy, Brian. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Today's gonna be a lot of fun. New beginnings is what we love here, and that is what today is all about. What's up, Corey? Thank you guys for hanging out. Big coffee today. Cheers. What's up, Muafiz? What's up, main dad? I want to know how you guys are doing today. I hope everyone is having a blessed day so far. I'm having a great day so far. I feel really good that I got the tower cleaned up. I cleaned it in a new way this time. Not a new way, but just I disassembled the entire thing. So I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. Today's assembly is going to look a little bit different than what it was the orange tower. So I am just going to start bringing in the components. So hang tight and we're going to get going in just a few minutes, guys. By the way, we were talking about bell bottoms yesterday, so I decided to rock mine. Also, never got so many comments than I have in the last week about my slippers. People seem to enjoy the house slippers in the grow tent. So anyways, I'm gonna get these components into the grow tent. So just bear with me for a minute. You're gonna see me coming in and out, and let's freaking do this thing. Uno momento. By piece. Good morning, G Mama. Good morning, everyone. What's up, Death? Thank you for being here. Today's gonna be fun. Ready to rock and roll. I checked G Mama's live this morning. You got a beautiful garden, G Mama. How's everyone doing today? Good timing for the live. I need a break from work. Been going at it almost 4 hours. Well, all the more reason to come hang out with us and take a break, Death. I'm honored that you choose to spend your break with us. Yes, don't work too hard. G Mama's got it right. That coffee, you know when your coffee hits like just right, it just fulfills you in every way? That's how I feel about this coffee. Am I related? No, I am not. I'm not related to any growers in the community. It's just me. Anyways, guys, so Had some fun yesterday cleaning the tower. What's up, Bernie? Welcome, welcome. Today's gonna be fun, as I've said a million times already. We are focusing on all things green tower. We are going to reassemble. So we've got a lot of components. I still have the 80 net pot wash, so I didn't get to that yesterday, but that's okay. Today we're just gonna focus on the shell of the tower. So we're putting together this, but the green version. So yesterday I disassembled the entire thing. Now I told you guys that I was going to just take it apart layer by layer, but then I decided to take it apart completely just to show you guys what I mean when I say it completely comes apart, the difference between putting it together when it's in layer by layer and then putting together each layer before assembling the tower. So today is going to be probably a little bit longer than an hour for reassembly, just because we are building the entire tower from scratch, just to show you guys the different ways that you can disassemble it, reassemble it, whatever. Because I've gotten a lot of questions. People want to know more about the system. How do I clean it? It also made cleaning much easier. I just took all these pieces and stuck them in the sink, filled up the sink with soap and water, let it soak for like an hour, and then I got to washing, and it was so easy, man. It was honestly, if I could fit everything in my sink at once, I would have probably gotten it clean within the hour. If you have like a huge bathtub or something, or like a big tote, and you could do it outside. But yeah, it's much easier. So it took me around the same amount of time. It took around 2 hours. However, the ease of cleaning, like, it was so much easier, because what happens is if these don't seal properly, you get algae, as you know. And so to scrub these when they're fastened together is a challenge, right? You miss stuff. So this is a good, thorough way of making sure you've cleaned every nook and cranny of your grow tower. So that's why I did it this way, just to show you guys. Plus, more low pieces equals more fun. So the first step, I'm going to get something. I'm just gonna get some gloves on, and then I have a bucket with water. We are going to just clean the floor area. So just hang tight 1 second. I'm gonna go get some more towels. Don't go anywhere. To get towels and have them down. All right, so cleaning time. All right, so let's get to it, you guys. Let's have a sip of coffee and then get to cleaning. We got some work to put in today. But really quick, I wanted to talk to you guys about something so cool I saw this morning. So for those of you that have been following along, G-Mama says, I got another humidifier. Oh, I just got mine working. I'm so, oh, my dehumidifier working. I actually just recently got this humidifier, the VivoSun AeroStream, and it is awesome. I love that it connects to an app and got a probe and everything so you can monitor. So this morning watching this guy on YouTube. He's a plant scientist. He's got a PhD in plant science, just like everybody else on YouTube. And, he had 100-year-old tomato seeds. Now, the variety was renamed. It was called Norton tomato, and then it was renamed to blight resistor. Anyways, these seeds, 100 years old. I'm not sure how they came into his position, but he tried so many different ways of germinating. It was fascinating. He had, I think it was 10 petri dishes, and all of which first the seed soaked in bleach and then placed in whatever medium. And the seeds, when they were germinating, they got whatever my seeds got. So I don't know if you guys remember when we were trying to germinate the 4-year-old sugar snap peas. They started like breaking down, and then we got this orangey kind of fungus or mold, propyro. I know you remember that, and Death, you guys were there for sure. Anyways, this guy had the same thing. So he confirmed that that's like a bacteria or fungus, and all the mediums that he tried germinating these 100-year-old seeds in, none of which worked except for soaking the seed in bleach and then putting it in a mixture with agar, and gibberellic acid. And the seed germinated. It sprouted. 100 years old. A freaking tomato seed sprouted. It was so remarkable. And so he actually took the seedling, put it in soil, nursed the crap out of it, and he got a huge plant with a yield. It was so incredible and so inspiring that I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna throw out those 40-year-old sugar snap pea seeds. We're gonna keep trying. I'm gonna get myself some agar, and some gibberellic acid, and we are going to try it. First, we've got to soak them in bleach and then put them in a petri dish, but that will be fascinating. You can. I've seen so many people do that kind of stuff. It's used for germination or tissue culture, and so I can definitely see it working. Have to keep us posted, Main Dad. But yeah, I've got some sugar snap pea seeds that are about 40 years old, and that'd be really cool if we could get them to germinate. We tried it on the live, and they went down real quick. So maybe I'm gonna get myself some petri dishes, and we're gonna do some experiment, because this guy totally inspired me. G-Mama says, just keep trying different ways and something will live. Absolutely, absolutely. Wait, I have a bunch of seeds in the 90s I found in my dad's garage. Yes. So I'm gonna try to find that video again. It was just one of those things that's like recommended, and got stuck watching it. But maybe I can find it in my history. But I'm gonna post the link to this video in my community once I find it. I encourage you guys to go check it out, because it is very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. I love the fact that plants and life just finds a way, and it just really reaffirms my belief in the universe, you know? You can get them for like $6 for 5, already made. Cool. Yeah, honestly, that'll be awesome, you guys. All right, so we're gonna head over to the scene of the crime. Whoops. Oh, I forgot the pump. Oh no, it's right here. All right, so we gotta clean this floor. I just gave it a good vacuum. It's very empty in here right now. You can see this section is pretty big without the grow tower in here. So for those of you that's joined, we've got this yellow grow tower behind me. The plan. pick the good stuff that we want from the yellow grow tower, give it all a root rinse to get rid of the algae, get it in the green tower, get our new seed started for the green tower, get our clone strawberries filling the yellow tower. That is the plan for this coming winter. We want a yellow strawberry tower, a green lettuce tower slash herb, as well as orange. So we got big plans. We got a lot of work to do. What's up, Les? Happy hump day. Happy hump day to all of you. We're just talking about germinating old seeds. And yeah, that guy that I was watching this morning, absolutely remarkable. I can't believe it. Can't believe he got 100-year-old seeds to germinate. Okay. Gonna get this out of the way because I'm tripping. So I'm so clumsy and uncoordinated. So if I wipe out and like hurt myself or something during this live, please don't laugh. All right. You guys ready? We're gonna do it. Be careful. Honestly, be careful is not a part of my vocabulary. I move too fast, work too fast, talk too fast, and yes, I'm new here. What tent are you using? This is just a no-name, straight from the manufacturer. Bobby Hampton says, I'm laughing if you fall. You're so welcome then, in advance, for providing you with entertainment. But this is a 20 by 10 grow tent, Mylar grow tent. I don't know what the word is, but it's the thickest Mylar gets. It's thick. Seeds will last longer depending on the way it's stored. So this guy had them sealed in the seed packet from the manufacturer from 100 years ago. And he had to like rip the package. The seeds looked good until he germinated. And then most of them had like mold, white mold, black mold, and orange mold. Anyways, it's crazy shit, you guys. It's so cool. All right, so welcome everybody. Today we are putting together the green tower, but right before I do so, I've got a sponge and a bucket of water. We're gonna put some elbow grease and we're gonna get these floors cleaned and get everything ready. So before we get the grow tower set up on the ground, just give everything a good cleaning. Sometimes things get stained from the nutrients, so it can be challenging to scrub it off of the Mylar. Amsterdam, Holland. What's up, Frank? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. So for those of you that just joined today, we are putting out of sorry, I'm reading the chat as talking. I'm reading Les's out of the main light. Yeah, so today we're putting the green tower back together. Some dried leaves and stuff that fell that are kind of stuck. Les is having a full-blown meal while I'm working. Well, bon appetit, Les. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, that sounds really good. 10 by 20, didn't even know they made tents that large. I think, I forget what brand. There's one brand, is it AC&V? Or maybe Gorilla Grow Tent? I don't know. There is a grow tent out there on the market. It's way more than what I paid for it. It's expensive, $5 grand. Still working on that cost video for you guys. So yeah, I work directly with the manufacturer, Gorilla. Yeah, that's who I saw then. It's like $5,400 or something. Some like crazy price. Got our little beach towel with popsicles on it. So this is just a tray that I'm washing. It's not even the floor of the grow tent. This tray comes out, and the grow tent also has a floor. I use a Gorilla 10 by 10, lots of space. Good overhead too. Yes, so let me ask you something, adults at play. You grow in your tent, and do you find it challenging to maintain a consistent environment space? And also, where is your tent located? 3 questions. What are you growing? Challenges with the environment, and where is your tent? Because maybe I can learn something from you. I'm still very new. Alright, we're all cleaned up. Now, we need a coffee break because we worked really hard. And that's it for today. No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? That's all the work I'm willing to put in. Nothing would get done in here. What's up, Palmetto? Good morning. Bobby's, my kiwi seedlings I talked about yesterday that sprouted a couple of days ago are officially in the dirt. Why are seedlings so cool? Maybe I won't kill all of them. Congratulations! That is so exciting. I understand what you mean. Seedlings are so cool. It's the start of something new. Just like I was talking about earlier with assembling the grow tower. Yeah, cool stuff, man. But yes, I know the challenges you have with killing seedlings, because I'm numero uno, or I was gonna say I'm the #1 person. I don't know why I said numero uno. Sometimes I get weird, guys. I'm the #1 person killing seedlings. Hello from Bangladesh. What is up? Good afternoon. I have it in a spare bedroom. Okay, see, so I'm in a basement, and when I have the air conditioning going on in the summer, it is challenging to keep the tent warm because the AC makes it cold, but it also makes it dry, which is helpful for my humidity. But now that the days have gotten cooler, my air conditioning isn't as much, and so now the tent is freaking hot. So I'm struggling because I don't have a controlled lung room environment, or what I want to call it. I am from Ontario, Canada, Ilum. AC Infinity has a unit called the Terraformer. It's AC, heat, and dehumidification. I think somebody brought that up already. Was it ProPyro? Somebody brought that up on the chat recently, if I'm not mistaken. But that sounds like a very useful tool that I should absolutely look into. Keep your AC on and wear a parka. Yeah, I mean, I keep it on anyways for my dog. He gets hot. It's good for up to 10 by 10. Well, I guess I need 2 of them then. Yes, Canada is a beautiful tree. A little bit broken right now, but beautiful nonetheless. All right, guys, so we're gonna start assembling. This we can kind of like walk and talk, so to speak. First, before I snap the pieces together, I'll just take you guys with me. We're gonna put the first step down. The first step are the wheels. So the tower sits on wheels, which is perfect because I like to be able to move it around, especially when you're harvesting. You can even unplug it from power and spin it around. As long as there's enough clearance for the lights, you can do whatever the heck you want. Upgraded AC in the future, potentially. I don't know if it's necessary. I think I can find ways with like small unit to manage in here. It's just I've never really monitored the environment before, so this is all new to me. Main dad says need the AI controller, so AC Infinity controller, and have everything hooked up to it. Works incredible, but will cost a bit to get all the equipment. Yes, I can imagine, and we're a little bit maxed out here. So let me start monetizing some stuff on YouTube, and then we'll talk. I'm just kidding, you guys. What's up, Poppin' Seeds? Happy Wednesday. So good to see you here. So good to see all of you here. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. All right, so now I'll go through the components with you really quick before we move on. So you saw the casters on wheels. We've got all the little components that snap together to make 10 layers to make a tower like this. We've got the irrigation pipe. We've got the irrigation hose somewhere in the bottom there. The pump right here. And that's it. Oh, and the scoops are in the bottom there. So we've got all of our components and we are going to start putting it together, you guys. So when I say it's like giant Lego, I'm not kidding, it's literally giant Lego. You could try to get sponsored by them. Yeah, you know, if I get approached, then I would consider, but I'm not the type to go after brands and ask for, I don't like to ask for stuff. I just keep doing what I'm doing and, you know. Did you say you monitor your air quality in your tent? Yeah, so I monitor the environment. So I monitor the temperature, the RH, the BPD, the dew point, the percent intensity, PPFD. What else is on the pulse? I don't know. I have my app is on my other device, so I'm unable to see. But yeah, guys, it's what's up, Frog Sprog? Good morning. Yeah, so I try to I just started monitoring my environment, but yeah, in terms of other brands and getting stuff, like, I don't want to be one of those. I just, you know, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and maybe they'll come to me one day. Sponsorships, that's what an assistant is for. It's official, you need an assistant. It's not even that. I have the ability to, thank you so much, Ilham. Enjoy your dinner. Bon appetit. Ordinary Random Guy says I can negotiate any of that technical stuff. LOL. Is that all monitored through one device? Yes, Adults at Play. I'll show you guys. Right now I'm using the Pulse to monitor my environment. Oh, fuck. Got a little leak there that I just stepped in, and now my slippers are wet. Anyways, this is the Pulse. Connects to an app, and I just stepped right in some water and it looks like tomato fell and I stepped right on it. How did that happen? I don't know why it's leaking, but we'll have to look at that later. But yeah, it's not even about not having the time. Wow, you guys, I'm just really a mess today. It's not about not having the time. It's just I don't like to ask for stuff. I don't like to, you know, I just feel weird going to a company and saying, hey, give me this. No, well, I wouldn't say it like that. I would obviously, you know, negotiate, but Humidifiers add heat. Standalone air conditioner will dehumidify while cooling. Yes, so that's the thing, is the humidifier adds heat, but because the AC is on outside in the lung room, it's okay. Because now my temperature is at 75 and my humidity is around like 50%. Wet feed in the grow tent is better than no feed in the grow tent. Right on, you said it. Sometimes they may reach out to you. Yeah, so I've had some brands reach out. You know, I'm happy to work with anything or anyone that I believe in, right? It's all about authenticity. If there's a product that I don't feel is suitable for me, but a brand were to reach out, I'd politely say no thanks. I just want to share with you guys what I would use regardless, you know? And so if it's like a mom and pop, oh, I'd rather support the business. I'd rather support businesses. Our economy is so like, you know, crappy right now that I'm happy to support businesses when I can. Just not big corporations. That's what I'm trying to get away from. Like, I know General Hydroponics is a big corporation, but I really like their fertilizer. But, you know, I always try to small if I can, first and foremost. That's why I don't like going to the grocery store, because it just feels so blah, you know? All right, so here are the components of the tower. 8 of these pieces make up one layer, and there are 10 layers. So I'm gonna just make the backdrop the tower, just in case I want to refer to it. Just point behind me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each one of those are layers, okay? And every layer has 8 plant pots, so I gotta snap 8 of these together. So they just snap in together like this, like that, and that's it. Not that easy to live on Mars, is it? It is not. And because I'm playing with the green tower, it's not easy being green either. Oh, I'm not gonna say that out loud then. No, I don't think so. Why would that be? People do hauls all the time, right? Like grocery store hauls. I said it. It's, you know what? It's not a banned word on YouTube. It's a banned word on the Fresh Princess. How about that? We only talk about farmers and farmers markets and local. What's my res temperature today? That is a fantastic question. I haven't checked yet. Let's go check it. Let's finish this layer and then we'll go check it. 2, 4, 6. I need 2 more. I'm managing the water very well these days, you guys. So the water temperature, if I had to guess, I'm going to say 22.8. That's going to be my guess. Is that 8? 2, 4, nope. Jesus. I suck at math and I can't count. Look at that. Can't unsnap it now. So there we go. We got 1 layer assembled. This is a layer of the tower behind me, just the green version. And we're gonna keep assembling all 10 layers, and then we'll put the actual tower together. First, we're gonna check our reservoir temperature, since Hasholio is asking. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Now, just a pre-warning. Again, I've been running low on water and focusing on other things, so I dropped the ball with water temperature, pH, all that stuff. I haven't been checking. So let's see what we're at. Well, that's kind of going to be difficult because this reservoir is empty. I'm going to have to get water when we break in a few. Let's check this one. right, so drop your guesses. Okay, the pH is way too high, but 22.6. 22.6 is the, where did I just put the lid? Oh, 22.6. I gotta rinse this. So I was, what did I say, 20.8? I mean, I could check this one. It's just, there's barely any water. Enough to check, I guess. This one, 22.7. I would like to see the plants when the reservoirs at 20 degrees Celsius. Me too. I had it like that for 1 day. So as soon as we get, I keep saying this and it's so bad, you know, because like with plants, the sooner you implement things, the sooner you get a yield or you get success or whatever. So I'm like, as soon as this week is over, because we're so busy. But no, you know what? As soon as I get off this live, I need to figure that out. I think it's lower than it was. So last week when we checked, it was 23 degrees, and I think that's because I was dealing with the humidity and the temperature and all that stuff. But now that I've been able to keep it a little cooler in here and less humid, I think the water temperature is better, but I don't know. So yeah, I gotta get that reservoir filled. All right, we're going to assemble the layers, and then I'll go run up and get some water, and then we'll put the tower together. So, I was telling you guys yesterday that because all these come apart, the next run, we should do a striped tower. So we should take all the pieces from the orange and yellow and the green and mix them together to get a really cool striped tower. What do you guys think? Should we do 2 colors, 3 colors? I feel like that would be so freaking cool. All right, so candy cane tower, yes. So I was thinking of doing maybe just 2 colors, or should we do all 3? And we could do like checkered, one all to the roof, because the lights that hook onto it are designed just to stretch to the bottom layer. Unfortunately, I think I can make the tower 1 layer shorter, but not higher, because the lights won't hit everything. I think we should fit temperature and pH of the reservoir before we worry about stripping down towers. You are correct. The thing is, when I keep running low on, so I'm dealing with, I was gone for a few days and I couldn't make water, and so now I'm really low on water. I'm finally catching up, but I haven't added my nutrients in yet because I don't know how much water I'm gonna end up with. So by the end of the day today, I'll be adding in my nutrients. It's just, I don't know how quick I'll be able to make water, or if I'll just go buy some distilled water to hold me off. Again, looking to get an RO system. There's a couple that I have on my list, and I'm just trying to decide, do I want a tankless one that goes under the sink, or do I want one that hooks up, that's portable to like any water source? And yeah, so I'm trying to decide on which one. Then I won't have this problem, and then I can manage everything at once. But you're 100% right, Hasholio. I just seem to find excuses for shit. That's it. It's just excuses. How bad is your tap water? Put it this way. When I turn on the tap, or when I go take a shower, it smells like a public swimming pool. That bleach and clean and all that shit, and then there's, you know, fluoride in the water, pharmaceuticals in the water, I just not interested. 1 layer shorter would give you more pieces to make the multicolored setup. Brilliant, brilliant. We're gonna do that actually the next run. So now I'm looking to grow through the winter and just, you know, stick to what I know, make sure I, you know, just green tower or orange tower. But this coming summer / spring, when we're done our winter, we're gonna do it. We're gonna switch things up and we're gonna do some crazy stuff with our towers. There's no fluoride in the tap water in Moncton. Okay, Wickershire. So I didn't get a chance to respond to your comment yet. You guys, I'm so bad at responding to comments. I treat my YouTube comments, treat my phone. I don't know why. But your comment made me laugh. I was like, oh. Wickershire says I have coffee riz. And I'll show you guys what that is. Coffee riz. Instead of charisma, it's coffee. That is so funny, man. Coffee. What? LOL. Okay, so the kids these days, they call charisma riz, which it's like so freaking lazy. Just say the full word, charisma. No, riz. So when someone's got the riz, they've got charisma. I'm interpreting Wickershire's comment as like, I drink my coffee with charisma, or I sip my coffee with charisma. How do you do shorts and have, yeah, so how do I do shorts? I sit in front of the camera like I'm doing now. I make sure I have a nice coffee mug and I just sip with purpose. It's magic, yes. Yes, DC's Bees, use the real word, charisma. Wickershire, yes. Well, thank you for noticing. You know, I've been practicing my coffee and charisma since the day I started drinking coffee. And you're the first person that noticed. So, appreciate you, man. Thank you. All right, 2 layers down, 8 more to go. So for those of you that joined, we are putting together the green grow tower. I got an orange one behind me, and today we're snapping together the green one. Got a new grow coming, got some lettuce seeds, and we're gonna have some fun, you guys. Giant Lego. I do not care for the new made-up slang words. Most of them are all just lazy. Yeah, like, you know, I was talking to my cousin recently, and I said, he goes, yeah, that's beet. What the fuck is beet? Woo. Like beet red, beet what? Like what? I'm just catching up on the chat. You guys are so funny. Texting has not been good for vocabulary skills. Oh my gosh, I have a group chat with my friends and I can't because there's one friend, she doesn't know the difference between your and your or there and there, and it irritates me so much. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you guys if you can't freaking spell, okay? So me, like, my suggestion to people who spell, just talk text. Let iMessage or your Android or whatever do it for you, because yeah, it just, honestly, it's so annoying. It's so lazy and it's so like English hard. Honestly, people are so just, I hate what the world's become, you guys. The world is a weird place. That's why plants are like so wise, and they don't even to say anything, and they don't need a reason to be happy. They just are. That's beet. My friend says that, and I'm like, all right, bro. What does it mean? What does beet mean? I'm 24 and it bothers me too, LMAO. It's probably because you're an old soul, Death. I find that us old souls just get it, you know? And I don't even want to call it an old soul because it's not about age. It's about wisdom and experience. So let's call it a wise soul. You are a wise soul, Death. And it's probably because you've come into contact with plants. Most people that I talk to that are wise have something to do with this. My favorite expression these days is when someone makes, I know, it's like, I don't know, man. People are weird. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why are you trying to change the language? I'm pretty sure beat means bad. I mean, the only beat I know is like deadbeat. 2, 4, 6, 8. Nope. What am I doing? Honestly, what am I doing? I'm talking much. I'm not even paying attention. Oh my gosh. So I started watching your video this morning, Wickershire, and then I had to go make water. But cool stuff you've got getting ready for your fall garden. And are those all your puppies? Because you are living the dream. Okay. Talking too much and I'm not paying attention. I sucked in my English class when I was in school. Me too, but not because I'm not good at English, because I was just not good at school. I didn't care. I just got in trouble too much. Mice, mouse, me's, LOL. How would I find out if my plants this year broke any records? That sounds like a great question for ChatGPT or Grok. That's a great question. I have no idea. I just recently found myself asking ChatGPT how to achieve a couple of things as well myself. Now, I don't want to say what they are because you guys will find out, but there's a couple things that I want to start working on that I don't know how to achieve. So I asked ChatGPT and it gave step by step with resources and links. So I guess just give ChatGPT your location and what you're thinking may have broken a record and inquire. Maybe there's a way to like apply for a world record. That is so cool. I don't know if you want to share what record you think you broke, but congrats if you did pop in seeds. I'm gonna bring these over here. Bear with me one moment. Genius World Records, maybe. I don't know what that is, but ChatGPT is great for researching things. I rarely rely on ChatGPT. I've never really used it, and I hear all these people using it, and I mean, I've tried it. Okay, so I used to work for a company, and I was like in charge of their socials and whatever. And so there was a little bit of time where I was trying to use ChatGPT because I'm not a copywriter, and the boss had like really high expectations, and I didn't really know how to write good captions or descriptions for a website for a product. So I relied on ChatGPT, and it is horrible. Now I know exactly when people are using GPT for their captions on Instagram or whatever, because it's just so obvious that it's not their own tone. So Pasholio, I would definitely not rely on ChatGPT for growing advice. That's for sure. The records are written cursive, and that's, I mean, I don't know. Could be. What kind of help you're asking from it? But you know what? I mean, yeah. Some things I'll just keep to myself. You don't want a Guinness record at your house? Or you don't want them at your house? Well, you know what, Poppin' Seeds? You can, if you believe that you got the world record, then you don't even need to get the actual record in writing. You know what I mean? I don't even know, like, how, yeah, I don't even know how they would even, I guess it's only for people that apply, right? Like, somebody could have broken the world record of something and just never have applied. So yeah, guys, my lettuce seeds arrived. Picture timestamp or it didn't happen. True. That's with everything. That's with everything. So I'm glad I do these lives, you guys. Everything's time-stamped. And if I think something didn't happen, I go back live. I'm like, did I do this? Yes, I did. So yeah, as you can see, this way is a little more time consuming to assemble. However, much more effective in terms of cleaning. Like I said, you get in all the nooks and crannies, and makes for a cleaner finished product, and just set yourself up for success for the next run. 2 more layers. Just gonna go bring them to that area, and I guess it's cool if you're into fish. I mean, I forget what we were talking about, so what? And also, Wickershire, I was showing, as you say it, the coffee is so much that I actually finished my coffee, and I wish I had another one right now. By the time I finish my coffee, you guys, it's always an iced coffee. It's cold in here, actually. It's only 73 degrees. Just gonna So I've discovered the dehumidifier filled up. So you guys, this is how it's been in the grow tent. The dehumidifier, usually it's good for 3,000 square feet, and obviously this tent is 200 square feet, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna need this for, you know, very long, or to run all day. It runs all day long. It gets full every 6 hours, and I've never seen my humidity be %. Actually, last night, because I'm monitoring it all day long, last night it was 49.7%. But man, that's a challenge for sure. right, we're almost done. We got like 2 more layers. What's up, Dottie? Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. September, crazy. All right, so this is gonna be our first layer. This is the little hole with the grommet where the pump and power connect to or go through. So that has to be our first layer. But it's so cool, you guys, that he got this more. For those of you that just joined, I watched this awesome YouTube video this morning with this guy that got 100-year-old seeds to germinate. So it got me thinking, I want to try my 40-year-old sugar snap pea seeds again. Has anyone ever heard of gibberellic acid? That is what he used to get, it's a tomato seed. He tried so many different mediums and also soaked in bleach in conjunction with the gibberellic acid and agar, and it was so crazy. After like a week, the tomato seeds sprouted, and it was awesome. He had like a full-blown plant from 100-year-old seeds that he even reached out to the company that it was from, and they didn't even respond. So I found that fascinating. Also, somebody just mentioned cursive. That's another thing along with the slang. You know, I have a cousin that doesn't know how to write in cursive. Like, what? That's insane. Are they not teaching cursive anymore? I write like a lot of cards or notes and stuff, and I try to write everything in cursive. I love cursive. That's crazy that they don't teach it anymore. I use honey in my coffee so the bees will steal it. I do not need. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Bees actually steal your coffee? Writing classes with the stylus pens, like old style. I don't remember any of it. I remember being a kid and all I wanted was a feather point pen because I thought they were so cool. But they're a pain for sure because they stop working on you, but bet you the kids these days don't know about those. What's up, MK? Thanks for being here, and you almost miss it. I talk so freaking much that we're not even halfway through. All right, second last layer. So, hope everyone's having a great day so far. I feel good. I feel I'm getting stuff done, but I gotta reprioritize obviously because our buckets are struggling. The pH is off. The pH is actually way too high. It should be at a 6. I forget what tomatoes need. I think they need 6 or 6.5. Maybe that's why the tomatoes in the second bucket system are doing so much better than the first one. But even the peppers, like the peppers look so good compared to the first round. Thanks so much, Dottie. Sorry, I missed Dottie. Senior plants popping. You're not playing around this season. No, I'm really taking everything I've learned from the last 2 years. And well, to be honest, I feel like in the first year, I feel like I didn't even learn that much compared to what I've learned recently, but taking everything I've learned and actually applying it and really just trying to dedicate myself. They don't teach cursive these days. What? That's so sad, you guys. Haha, less. Wickershire says, I went to school when desktops were made of wood and had an inkwell, LOL. And they were attached to the chair. I'm just trying to keep your garden stuff clean. I do my best. I do my best. I wasn't like that in the beginning, but we're getting better, you guys. I'm gonna move over here. We're just gonna do the last layer, and then we're gonna start putting everything together. Missed a piece. Put you guys over here instead. All right, you guys ready? Get her done. All right, I'm gonna bring over the last layer. All right, so now for the fun part. Oh yeah, I just gotta take apart the pump quick, make sure there's no roots or anything there. It's a different style font that was used on. Yeah, kids have cucumbers. Wow, sorry. I'm thinking about cucumbers because anyways, kids have laptops at school. And sorry guys, I'm thinking about my cucumber plant because I just saw something there. I've got flowers left over on my top, but she has bells on today. Yes, I do. But yeah, kids have laptops at school, which is insane. So yes, they print their work. I need a better screwdriver. I'm gonna strip the screw if I don't get the right one. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to go get another screwdriver. Probably typing and writing. Yeah, typing. It's so crazy. Like, they each get their own laptop. I remember when I was in school, we had computers, but it was like They were ancient, and it was like they were only in the library, or maybe there was one or two in the classroom, and then you were really only allowed to use them for math circus. What's that Valley game? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts now. Something Valley. It's a little computer game with the arrows. Gotta go up and down. Or it was typing. Oregon Trail, that's it. I thought Oregon Valley, or I don't know. Anyways, yeah, and then, yeah, so I don't know, man. Times have changed. Green screen, monochrome colored, LOL. Nostalgia hit too hard. Yeah, I remember the first in-school computers from Apple. Okay, so I remember they had the first, well, I don't know if it was the first, but Mac started out with like the bright colors, and so those first computers that were like a freaking box, but they're multicolored. They had them in like teal, pink. Yeah, I remember we had teal ones in our class. We got maybe like 2, and there were only like 2 in the whole school, and I went ahead and ordered another grow tent to hook up with the other small one I have. Hope to have it set up and ready to go by next week. That's awesome, MK. Congratulations. Always fun to set up a new grow area. Floppy drives. Yeah, floppy disks. Actually, the work had to be saved on a floppy disk. Too funny. So, yeah, floppy disks, then I guess it went to CD-ROMs. That's not Valley. Yeah, Oregon Trail. There weren't any photocopiers yet. LOL, Les. You're a boss if you programmed on an Apple IIc. Don't know what that is. Memograph? Les had to chisel words on rocks. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Man, hieroglyphics. All right, I'm just gonna look for a screwdriver for this. Don't go anywhere. I got a bunch of different options. I guess I don't really need my gloves anymore. I was just wearing them earlier. when I was washing the floors. All right, so I've got a bunch of different screwdrivers just because I'm not sure which one's gonna work. Everyone ignore Nat when she comes back. Haha, well, I'm going to ignore you guys. Or not expect that. I think I might be able to get away with a flathead. But I don't know. Most of us are just here to pick on her. No, you are, Wickershire. You guys are so funny. Yeah, I remember school. I feel like I was probably the last generation to get a taste of the good life before shit got weird. That is I'm like stripping the screw here, guys. I mean, I'm chiseling into a screw right now, but that's so funny, Les. LOL. Oh man, that's funny. All right, we're making headway here. I should have done this earlier, but I do everything last minute. Just like I told you guys before, last minute gal. I try to be organized, but it doesn't always work out that way. This is like crazy. Finally got one screw out. You know what? Cheap screws from China. No slight to China, I'm just saying. Yeah, really got to put some like elbow grease into that. That's crazy. Anyways, guys, usually this is faster because I have all this stuff done already, but this is involved in the cleaning process. When I first started growing with the towers, I never cleaned the pump between grows, and I paid for it later when I had a whole tower that wasn't working because it was clogged. If she breaks out the DW40, I don't even know if I have any DW40, but that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. So the day started off good until I stripped a screw, and now I don't know. Now I don't know. God. And getting it back in is gonna be a whole nother thing. All right, success. Taking the pump apart. I'll just show you guys what we're working with there. We got a ton of stuff, so I got a bucket of soapy water. I'm actually gonna stick that in there. Actually, I'm gonna go rinse it maybe. Got something here. I should have done this earlier. Where's my paper towel? Actually, you know what? Let me go do this the right way. Let me not be lazy. I'm trying to find a shortcut here. So I'm just pulling out the inside of the pump. I'm just gonna go rinse it out. It sucked up a lot of roots, so now I've learned, trim the roots, or anything that's on the root system, don't keep it on the bottom layer. Give me 2 seconds. right, I'm back. Okay, we cleaned it. It's clear now. Did it properly. There we go. We got here just catching up on the chat. Shortcuts never work out. Honestly, I am the worst with shortcuts. Yeah, Hasholio says fingers on a dry erase board don't have the same effect. Definitely not. LOL. When my wife and I dated, she consistently 1 or 2 hours late for everything. Yes, fans and exhaust. Definitely the youngest person here. I don't know, Death Squad. I mean, I don't want to bug everyone for their age, because it's only a number, you guys. Plus, I always say, forever 21. Forever 21. All right, pump's clean. Let's attempt to screw this back together. Hello, superstar. LOL, far from it. What up, Callie? Thank you for being here. Physical or mental age? Good one, Wickershire. So true. Mentally, I'm like 5. And physically, I'm like 5. Because I'm like, 5 feet tall. I'm like a child. A tall child. Oh gosh, that's so funny. You know what? I am usually, contrary to how I show up for these lives, I'm usually on time. I actually, because I'm like an anxious person, I'm actually early. Like sometimes I way overcalculate the road or something and I get places so freaking early. And then I just gotta sit there and wait. But then at least I'm not anxious because I know I'm there. I just hate, I'm such a people pleaser. I hate making people wait. But you guys, whatever. I don't care about, just kidding. No, I apologize for those of you that are waiting. Sometimes I see there's like 2 people waiting, but it's probably just me on my other phone watching the stream. All right, so birthdays say I just made it over 50. Nice. Mentally almost old enough to drink. In Canada or the United States, because drinking age is different. And you go to Montreal, Canada, then it's real different. Right? I think the legal drinking age in Montreal is 18, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, man. When I was young, there was a whole lot of underage drinking going on, so there was no right or wrong drinking age. This is really more work than assembling the tower, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, you're gonna see how fast the tower assembly is gonna go. Hey Bowtie, good to see you too. Thanks for being here. Happy Wednesday, but I keep wanting to say happy Thursday. Happy Wednesday. Anytime it's a long weekend, I always have to think about what day it is. Legal drinking age in Canada. In one of the, well, I don't know if it's just the city of Montreal or if it's the well, obviously it's the province, right? So in Quebec, I think it's 18, but everywhere else it's 19. And I know in the United States it's 21. Oh man, I'm just royally effing this up, you guys. I should not be allowed to do this stuff. I cannot speak about what I did in Montreal. What happens there stays there. LOL. Hope everyone's having an awesome day today. I was having a great day until I started trying to put the pump back together, and I'm just stripping the crap out of these screws, you guys. It ain't good. Waitresses are allowed to serve at 18, but have to be 19 to get. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think you can actually get your Smart Serve when you're 18. Smart Serve in Canada is your permit to serve alcohol. I always wanted to be a bartender, but I never was. My mom wouldn't let me. She was so strict. She's like, you're not going out ever. All right. We're good. All right, here we go, everyone. First step, reservoir goes on the wheels. You guys saw the wheels? Wheels. Next step, you want to get your first layer that has the hole where the power cable is going to exit the tower. Here it is. We're going to get that first layer in, but before we do so, we put in our little reservoir scoops. Those help house a small amount of water while also supporting the root mass. So they just slide into each section where the plant port is, and very easy. What up, Tristan? Good morning, or I guess night to you, right? If I'm not mistaken. Well, it's afternoon here. Oh my gosh, it's already 1:30. It's gonna be a long stream today, you guys. That's what happens when you talk too much. I always tell you guys, like growing up, that's what all the teachers would say on my report card. This girl doesn't shut the F up. Yet I hate people and I never leave the house. Go figure. All right. Here's the power cable. At the other end of it is the pump. We're gonna stick that through the little hole, the little grommet here. Just, here we go. Got the pump down here. And the first layer goes in. So it just kind of rests on the top of the reservoir. Just like that. Now the power connects to this side, so I'm just gonna wheel this around. Because it's on wheels, it's easy. I'm gonna turn the fans down so it's not so difficult for you guys to hear me. Gonna agree, coffee turns most people on, especially if you got coffee Riz, LOL. Bowtie says, well, I'm building a fence today. Right now, I'm sinking another 4-foot deep post that's 10 feet long. Wow. My neighbors have these huge trees. I don't know what they're called, but they had to get their fence replaced, and they've had these trees for like 15 years, and they're finally getting large. And they had to get their fence replaced, and now the tree is completely, because they dug to replace the posts, and the tree is like dying. But yeah, I recently watched them get their fence released, and that's a lot of work. So if you're doing it yourself, good on you. All right, so next layer. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go pick up some water after this until I catch up. Or until I get an RO system. For those of you that grow hydroponically or aeroponically or whatever, what kind of water do you guys use? Do you use tap water? Are you on well water? Do you use recycled rainwater? Whoa. Curious. All right, next layer going on, we've got our scoops in. Just clips in. But before we on, I'm gonna go get the hose. We're gonna attach the hose to the pump, just so that's done. My coffee was supposed to last me until until I finish this, but I guess not. Coffee sleep. It's an ADHD. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying I got ADHD. Maybe I do. I don't freaking know. But coffee is like relaxing for me. It's not. I mean, I know it's a stimulant because sometimes I have too much and I get really pissed. So I've been trying to cut my caffeine, but too difficult. I don't think I'll ever be able to do it. Second time I've seen these reassembled, almost a pro virtually. That's the goal, you guys. That's the goal. Filtered rainwater, cool. Cordless chisels, what a great invention, LOL. Less you can always find more rocks. LOL. Oh my gosh, bow tie. Now you're gonna get, I have this thing where people sing a song, or I hear like a second of a song and then it's stuck in my head all day. So very much the all by myself, it's gonna be stuck in my head all day. Use tap water for my hydroponic system, works fine for what I'm growing. Cool, cool, cool. Fresh princess, trust me, you have ADHD. You know what? Even my friends are like, Nat, you for sure got it. I'm like, whatever. It's not a bad thing. You can find it to be your superpower. I mean, whatever it's called, I'll call it a superpower for sure. But yeah, that would explain a lot of things, you guys. All right, moving on to the next layer. What up, Ganix? Welcome, welcome. September is the first month of spring. Cool. I guess in Australia, it's the other way around, because you're on the other side of the hemisphere, right? I think I learned that in school. Tap water too, the ppm is 3 out of the tap. Oh, that is not bad at all. My tap water, I wish. So all the clips need to align as you're putting it back together. Thanks so much, Frog Sprog. Frog Sprog likes my jeans. We have city water, but it's nasty water. Next year, getting a water filtration system for the whole house. I know, it's so expensive. I want to get one too, like a softening system or something, because there's so much other stuff in the water, you know? I need a water softener and a refiner. Yeah, it's like I can have a song in my head all day and I'll just replay it over and over and over until a new song gets stuck in my head. Bring you guys. I heard a dude on Rogan gave up coffee for 3 months and said his first cup after the break was the biggest rush he ever experienced. Honestly, yeah, like sometimes I have too much coffee. I feel like I'm drugs because it just, especially if you take a little break, it doesn't take much for me. If I miss a day, the next day I'm like, wow. Oh, thank you so much, Bowtie Life. I try my best to do my best. And I try to be self-aware. I'm pretty self-aware that, you know, I'm all over the place. I talk about it all the time on these lives. I'm very much like, squirrel! You know, today's dedicated to assembling the tower, and Hasholio asked about the water temperature, and I'm like, sure, let's go do that instead. So we all do the best we can. Give up on coffee? No thanks, I gave up on nookie. Oh my gosh, that is funny, man. Then yeah, you definitely gotta have something in your life, so coffee. Oh my gosh. I'm a caffeine junkie, LOL. Yeah, me too. I have a problem with coffee because if I'm morning without it, I get such a bad headache. I just need, yes, I know so many people, if I go a day without coffee, brutal headache. I'm sorry to break it to you, Death, but you are addicted. It's an addiction. It is an addiction. Just gonna screw the irrigation pipe on. Gonna make sure that we don't forget that. I mean, I drink a lot of water, but found that since I've been doing these lives, I don't drink nearly enough water because I'm just busy in the tent doing the live. All right, we're gonna have to bust out the ladder soon. Just make sure I snap it in place correctly. It's caffeine withdrawal, yes. See, when people are like, well, you should look at the milligrams or whatever, I'm like, I'm counting at no milligrams. I'm not looking at any milligrams. I'm drinking my coffee and I'm gonna be happy. And if I suffer from anxiety after, well, I will suffer the consequences, knowing that I made a choice to not forego the coffee. All right, I'll bring you guys a little closer, show you what I'm doing. Putting in the scoops, the little plant reservoirs. Yeah, no, I was tripping earlier because I was looking over at my second bucket system and I swear I saw flowers left from those cucumber plants that I took out. Even though I vacuumed thoroughly, I gotta get rid of those just in case they're infected. So that's the type of thing I mean by squirrel. I can drink a quadruple shot of espresso and go to bed at night. Well, I will tell you something that a lot of people don't realize. Espresso is less caffeine than a regular coffee. I forget what the milligram difference is, but can a grow tent be set up in an unheated garage during the winter? Are the grow lights enough to keep the plants growing? You're gonna want a space heater for sure, and you might need a couple of them. Depending on how big the garage is, and is the garage insulated? You know, if we're talking an uninsulated garage, then you're gonna need a lot to compensate for the cold, right? And I forget where you're at, MK. Depends where you're at, right? Do you have like really cold winters or mild winters? So a few variables, and you'll probably need to get yourself a humidifier. Well, sounds like the cold air from the winter weather will just suck out moisture, and you're gonna need some kind of humidity. When your plants are like seedling to veg, you're gonna want like 60 or 70%, and then when they start to flower, you can decrease it, but still you're gonna want like minimum 40%. The garage is insulated. I live in Oklahoma, so I don't know what the winters are like, but if it's similar to where I am in Ontario, Canada, then yeah, couple of heaters. I would maybe start off with one just to see how that does. You know, it depends on what you're growing. Certain things don't need too much warmth, but you know, it depends. If you're doing like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, any of that stuff, then yeah, you're gonna want heat. You're gonna want it to be at least 75 degrees with like 50% humidity at least when they're young. But yeah, it's as long as you know where you want to be, then you can find the tools and resources to get you there, right? So if you know what your target temperature should be, you should definitely get yourself something to monitor the environment, even if it's just something simple, just for temperature and humidity, just to understand the basics. I went my whole first grow not even monitoring the environment, just the temperature, humidity, and not even in the center of the grow. And so yeah, you don't need sorry, I'm reading the chat too. You don't need all the bells and whistles just to get started. Eventually you like level up and monitor your environment. You know, your family has a drinking problem and everyone has a shot. Your kids break it. Wow, NyQuil. Oh my god, that's crazy. Isn't that called scissor or something, like cough syrup? When people get drunk off of syrup. What's it called in jail? Hooch? Well, that's not cough syrup, that's like fermented fruit, but all kinds of different names for different things, you guys. You know, sometimes I rewatch my lives and I'm like, wow, you say a lot of stupid shit, and then it's like live. You can't take it back. So you just gotta own it. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Always good time when we're hanging out in the grow tent. Les, is that what you learned in the Stone Age? Les says you can all use pop cans to make a heater. Like, hooch, jail fruit. Yeah. Oh my god, that's funny. Alright, it's almost time to get the ladder out. Can't see what I'm doing. This is ridiculous, you guys. Ridiculous. I don't know why. My height has never bothered me before until recently. And it doesn't bother me. It just, I realize how little I can do without a ladder. Freaking ridiculous. Like, I'm literally on my tippy toes right now. Oh, funny shit. So yeah, we're not going to get the net pots in today. They're still soaking. Almost done. People build them to cut their heating bill. Oh, interesting. Are taking cold air and uses the sun to heat the Oh, interesting. In the next 2 years, we will have sunbox thermal heaters, passive heating for winter via south side, like the pop can heater walls outdoors. Very cool. My portfolio up 0.3% today. Woohoo, nice. All right, guys, it's ladder time. Well, not ladder, but step ladder, kneeler, whatever you want to call it. All right, so I'm gonna put in scoops first, and then we'll get the. Les, I was just kidding. I know you're not full of hot air. I'm just joking. I like to joke around, you guys. It's all in good fun. Like I said, people get offended. Using the word cool to describe a heater is not a great marketing plan. LOL. We'll help out with that. Don't you worry. Just like you guys helped me. What was it when I first started these lives? Somebody came up, I forget who, but somebody came up with Fresh Princess, was it like Fresh Princess Farms, where we treat your prince like royalty. All right, last layer of scoops, and then we actually put everything together. What's up, Jose? Thank you for being here. Thank you guys all for being here and hanging out with me. Made it halfway through the week. Got a lot done already, but as we all know, I've got to fix my water, fix my reservoirs, get a lower pH, get our nutrients in, get the reservoirs filled. So we've got some work to do after these lives too, or this live today. I've already started germinating for my indoor stuff for fall and winter. Thanks so much for being here, Tristan. Have a wonderful day. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's time to start now, you guys. So if there's anything, you can grow kale, you can grow, I think broccoli and cauliflower are cool weather, right? You can do herbs, you can do a ton of stuff in the fall, and I think now's the time to do your garlic and onion, right? For harvesting in the spring, summer? When do you harvest garlic and when do you plant garlic? I don't know. I have to figure that out. But there's so many things to plant in the fall. The gardening season is not over. But it'll be sick to have a full-fledged, beautiful indoor garden full of food and abundance right in dead of winter. That's going to be awesome. I have yet to have a grow over the course of the winter, so it's going to be a first for us, you guys. All right, I'm actually going to get out the actual ladder. All right, we're almost done. But yeah, I can't believe that dehumidifier. What's up? It's wet. It's always the same season indoors. Not that right. Well, maybe not in my grow tent because everything fluctuates so much. But something like that. Something like that. Garlic is harvested already. You plant garlic the last week of October up to the first week of November. Lettuce, Swiss chard, leafy greens, all brassicas like cabbage, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and herbs. Any plant that likes cool weather, let's do it. Garlic is now to overwinter. Yes! So that's the awesome thing is it's never really over. And, you know, you get a small break in the winter just to mentally collect yourself before the next grow season. It is a task to mentally prepare yourself for another grow. You know, are you ready for all those tears, pain, and disappointment? All right, so I'm just going to move you guys somewhere else so you can see what I'm doing better. We lost a scoop. All right, last layer. And then the lid, and then the lights, and we're done. All right, so now to hook up the irrigation pipe. Let me just catch up on this chat. Made it back before you. Yup, can't seem to stop talking. LOL. Welcome back, Bobby. Those things look like a pain to clean. Too many nooks and crannies. It's actually not bad. I was just telling everyone that I took all the pieces apart and just threw it in the sink and let it soak, and to actually wash was easy. Everything just came right off, so it wasn't difficult at all. Do you need a cherry picker to help you put in the last tier? Yes! Oh my gosh, if anyone knows someone that could hook me up with a cherry picker or like a genie boom or something, that would be sweet. Stilts, LOL. Is there any approach? Oh, then there is my approach to planting. I know that everything I plant will just die. Then you're never disappointed. Well, eventually I'll probably get to that point, but that's just called being jaded, isn't it? I'm just kidding. All right, so we're gonna hook up the irrigation pipe now. I don't know if I can bring you guys any higher. That's as high as it goes, you guys. So, just gonna hook up the last portion of the inside of the tower. I'll show you guys in a minute. All right. Okay. What's the color temperature of the light strips? Oh yeah, I forgot to get the brochure. I'm gonna have to grab it, you guys. It has like the picture of the whole spectral color what is it? Spectral distribution, right? Am I right? That's what you're asking? All right, so these get hooked onto the same things that clip each layer together. Just a little, I don't know, like a little lip here that this ring hangs on. And yeah, so the pump's in the bottom, the hose the water goes up the hose, and the irrigation pipe distributes it through the inner walls of the grow tower. There's holes all through the irrigation pipe, and that's it. So now we're gonna get the lid on and the lights. Yeah, they're full spectrum LED. They're not T5s. The T5, I have T5s in my seedling grow station, or my seedling station. I just don't know what the spectral distribution is. I have it, but I don't have it handy. All right, so we're gonna get the lid on now, followed by the lights. I don't know why I just put, I could probably 3D print the tower, absolutely. However, what I've realized about 3D printed products is, I don't know if you can choose what material you 3D print with. Find that a lot of it is very brittle, and for stuff like this, you want it to have a little bit of play, like ability, because it makes it really challenging otherwise. Like if that were brittle, it would just snap right apart. Your assistant would know the answer, LOL. I'm gonna hire somebody. You guys can all bid for the job. Who wants to be my assistant? Yeah, somebody was in the chat recently and they asked if I'm hiring. I'm like, LOL. I'm not an actual farm, guys. This is just a grow tent. Alright. Ugh. Hitting everything here. Alright, we good. I'm just gonna bring the cables down and alright. Now we get the lights on. Oh, they make all different kinds of filament. Okay, good, because yeah, then you can definitely do a 3D printed tower. That's something for sure that you'd need, something, like I said, less brittle. Oops. All right, we're gonna hook these lights on. So there's a bracket that connects the two light bars so that they don't swing around. Death spiral, wow. 1.4 million Scoville units. That's not as hot as Pepper X. That almost has a drone look to it, LOL. Okay. Bring you guys a little closer. Sometimes I actually do the lights like one side, then the other side, because if I hook on all the lights on one side at once, then the lid just kind of tips over. So, gotta distribute the weight evenly. So there's a strategy to putting the lights on. I'm just kidding, not that deep, it's just lights, but you know, these are just tips I've learned over time. Especially because I've done this a few times. Nope. All right, now we just hook everything up. Dragon's Breath is 2.4 plus and Pepper X is 3.6 million. Yes, that's insane. Where do you order your pepper seeds or any from? Yeah, share with us, Les. I think you order from Gaia, you said, right? You know what? Screwing that pump back together is what took up most of my time. My Dorset nuts to 1.6 million Scoville. Frankly, 1 or 2 million, you're gonna die. LOL. Mrs. Bowtie seems a little too excited to record me eating one. Oh my gosh. Pro tips with the Fresh Princess. Yeah. Except not that pro. Because as I was saying that, I put the bracket on the wrong part of the light. And I'm like, I've done this so many times. So I'm just a big old screw up, you guys. Whatever. It's all good. It's good of the show. Yeah, sometimes the entertainment, you have to sacrifice yourself for the entertainment. Yeah, the Chinese 5-color peppers that I have, those are 30 to 50,000 Scoville units. And those are, I season my dishes with, like, I cut it up and, or like really small pieces though. And that is spicy. LOL. Yes, that's true, MK. All right. Just went in for whatever last sip of coffee I had left in my cup. All right, so the tower is Ghost Reaper. Oh my gosh. So I told you guys this before. They have a brand of chips called Pocky chips, like hockey, but Pocky. And they have different flavors, but they had the ghost pepper one and they had the ghost pepper chip challenge. I don't know if you guys remember it. So I tried the ghost pepper chip. I was burning and dying. It was the entire day and the next day. I had, yeah, it was bad. I had heartburn. I had like brain burn. Like even my fingers and my toes were burning. Like everything was on fire. It was unbelievable. I've had an experience like that in my life. It was crazy. So no spice like that for me. All right, Daddy, we're gonna power her up, make sure we're all good. And there we go. Let there be light. So there she is, everybody. The Green Grow Tower's back. She's clean. We are back in action. Tomorrow tomorrow's project is going to involve giving all this, the good stuff in this grow tower, a little root rinse because we're having a little bit of a problem. So we're going to do some hydrogen peroxide root rinse, and we are going to get those plants in their new home because this weekend is Yellow Tower takedown, you guys. This weekend we are taking down the Yellow Tower. So if you guys missed it today or you want to watch it again, I promise I won't talk as much, and I promise we'll get things done faster. And yeah. Oh wow, Bowtie, sounds like you have quite the spice tolerance. I'll do the same with my serranos. Alone they're pretty hot, but in a sandwich or a stir fry, yes, exactly. You can also, you know, you can leave the seeds and the pith, you know, like that inner membrane, or you can remove them if you want less spice. It really depends. There's a brand of chips called Death Rain. Sounds deadly. I planted the candy cane chocolate cherry pepper. That sounds freaking awesome. Only got 4 peppers from the plant. That's okay. Better than nothing. Try again. You'll get more next time. Just try to learn something from this time, and you'll get more. Pepper list is done. Les, you're the best. Les is gonna send me some some seeds for some more tomatoes and peppers, aka food. I'm thinking about food because I'm getting hungry. The strawberry tower is going to be so cool. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I'll show you guys. We'll do a quick tent tour before I sign off. But first, there she is. Green tower, all 10 layers, all 80 plant ports. She's ready to go. All we have to do is plug her in power and get the net pots and the foam collars in there. And then this yellow tower, we are taking down and reassembling this weekend. I might do it Thursday, Friday. Which is tomorrow. No, so not Thursday, Friday. Friday, Saturday. So Friday, we clean, we take apart. Saturday, we put back together. So, you know, we get things moving. Why do some hot pepper plants take longer to produce than others? That's a great question. I've noticed the same with mine since I'm growing so many different varieties. But yeah, so we have our strawberry plant right here. I mean, she's doing great, and over the last couple of days, we've got a better product. So maybe I should do another taste test just to see real quick. If you guys remember, the last strawberries that we harvested are hollow inside. They're ripening too fast, and they're not developing fully before they ripen. So now they're harder, and I've adjusted the watering, I've adjusted the nutrients, and I've adjusted the humidity, I've adjusted the temperature. So let's see. Better. It's still hollow and still white, but better. Tastes more like a strawberry now. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till I get them right. Typically, the slower they grow, the hotter the peppers. I guess because the capsicum needs time to develop. But yeah, we're getting a larger product. Wow. So maybe they're just taking time. We're definitely getting better results over time as I adjust the environment. I do have to do a better job at pollinating. I have really dropped the ball when it comes to that. But we got a bunch of strawberries here, you guys. This plant's doing great. We've got her clones. We got new roots. There we go. Those are some of the clones we did. This one's wilted, so I don't know about this one. We'll give it more time, but this one's doing okay. So, oh, and we got one over here and another one. Oh no, that's it. All right, so we got to get more clones going. Probably do a bit of that tomorrow as well. The dahlia plant, it's gonna bloom any day now. We've got almost got flowers, got little buds. So soon time, you guys, soon time. It's gonna bloom. Look at that. Almost. All right, look at this. Beautiful. talking about hot peppers. Oh, and our watermelon is really growing. So I got to get this guy some support because literally hanging by a thread. I have to do that today. I have to. Chinese 5-color pepper plant is popping. Just freaking beautiful. Ugh, can't get over the purple peppers. Love it. We've got these plants that we shocked last week, but they're still green, still alive, so we'll give it more time. This poblano pepper plant, we got some new ones growing. Exciting stuff. Bell peppers. Look at that wacky one over there. Crazy. Yes, MK. These are just some stunning peppers. The Chinese 5-color. We got some more peppers, and we're low on water, so the leaves are looking yellow. We're gonna get them back in shape. If you guys remember last week, check these out. These looked so rough, and I don't know if you're still there, Hasholio, but this one's for you. Look how much better my peppers are doing. They're doing exceptionally well now. Never had peppers doing so well at this point in their growth stage, or up until this growth stage. Usually they're super stunted forever to get to this point. We are at the 8-week mark, and we have fruit growing, and maybe within the next 3 weeks we'll harvest our bell pepper from this bucket system. So beautiful leaves, large in size, no like scarring or discoloration. Flowers, peppers growing. Got little pepper in there. Some growth over here. Little pepper over there. So they are doing really well. Adults at Plays, do you have light cycles for vegetables? Absolutely. Right now they're on 4-10, 14 hours on, 10 hours off. Yeah. And the eggplants, so this guy's really doing better now that I fixed the misting nozzles. And yeah, we've got crazy eggplant growth. Every day I show you guys this compared to my hand. I can barely fit the leaf in shot now. It's just massive. We got new leaves on furlings, the Black Beauty eggplant. No flowers yet, but we'll probably flower soon. Keep an eye on that. But yeah, man, look at that freaking leaf. Freaking huge. And then we've got our tomato clones. Well, we also have the tomato plants here that I forgot to show you. This is 10 tomato plants, and we got quite a few that are starting to ripen here. So looking forward to that. Got lots of little, they're like treasures hiding in the plant, you know, tomatoes everywhere. We've got our clones from those tomato plants, and they're all fruiting as well. They've only been here for like a month. But check this plant out. I show this to you guys every day, but I'm still blown away. I think this plant is very happy. Oh man, like look at that shot. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. She's fruiting everywhere. Got another over here, over there. Oh my God, so many tomatoes. Beautiful clustering, much nicer than the clones or the original plants she came from, right? So the clustering that we're getting here is more of like a dense cluster versus, it's like, well, I also pick half the tomatoes off clusters because they ripen at different rates. So see here how the cluster, they're developing at different rates. So when it comes to harvesting, the ones at the end aren't ripe yet, and it makes it challenging. So for some reason, I think I'm doing something right with these over here, because they're all at the same growth stage at the same time, and they're probably all going to ripen at the same time. So don't know what I did to achieve that, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy about it. So, yeah. But the tomatoes on this side are just, they're doing great. They're just different types of clusters. These are still fruiting, but look how small they are. So maybe it's not enough light. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because like here, these plants aren't really crowded and they're getting all the light to themselves. So maybe that's what it is. Cut out the bottom leaves. Yeah, I mean, all the bottom of my tomato plants are cleaned up. There's only leaves on the top, so I don't know, guys. I really don't know, but I'm excited because every run I have gets better than the last. So the second bucket system is doing better than the first ever did, and so we're gonna get there. This next run coming up this winter is gonna be awesome. Maybe, you know, once, I don't know, I'm gonna see what I want to do because, you know, rather than having 10 tomato plants, I'd rather have like 3 tomato plants that are heavier or that are yielding more because they're being cared for. They're getting more attention, so to speak. So yeah, like maybe eventually we'll get rid of these couple and have 5 tomato plants, but learn how to make them produce better or more for us. But yeah, these are indeterminate variety. And also that video that I watched this morning about the tomato seeds that were 100 years old, it inspired me that I want to grow a big rainbow tomato. I was telling you guys about this variety. I did it in my last grow. You've never seen the plant on a live before because I started doing the lives after that. But, it's going to be also part of the winter planning. They're nice, large tomatoes. They're like the heirloom kind, so they're huge. Less plants, but are more prolific. Yes, exactly. Well said, Les. So yeah, tomorrow, join me. Today was a long stream, so sorry for taking up all of your time, you guys, but thank you for hanging out with me. Tomorrow, we are going to do more work, less talking. We are going to clean up the yellow tower, get everything emptied, root rinse, make sure everything is in good shape. To the green tower, as long as we continue to take care of these herbs, they're going to be growing and providing for us. So the plants have not bolted yet. They are still healthy AF. And look at all that part. Like, look at that. Beautiful. We've got 2 varieties, forest green and curly leaf. So that's what we're going to work on tomorrow. And also, I would like to keep this plant and put it somewhere. This is a celosia flower. I show it to you guys every day. It kind of changes a little bit more every day, but very, very cool looking flower. I call it a Dr. Seuss flower. Anyways, guys, there was a that is from here in Missouri called Baker Creek. Yes, we talk about them often on these lives. I'm gonna have to try to do a little seed haul from them and see how I like their seeds so I can officially report on it. Upstate Oxheart tomatoes. Sure. Sounds great. All right, guys. Well, on that note, I appreciate you all for hanging out with me and watching me put together the green tower. Honestly, the majority of the time was trying to unscrew the pump and just a lot of chit chat. So it takes an hour if you focus and you just get it done without all the talking. So thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's get Strawberry Tower going. Thank you, guys. Have an awesome day. And we'll see you tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Have a great one. And don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Bye, everybody. I'll give you a few minutes so you can hit the like button. Don't worry. You have time. I'm just kidding. To bow tie, everybody. Have a blessed day. That's okay, Doyle. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.